Okay, yes, now we're recording. Team practice makes perfect. Team call. What is today's date? Today is the 16th. Yes, 16th, a month for my birthday. Just kidding. Um, yeah, just been a crazy weekend. So anyway, I just wanted to introduce Katrina to our extended family. Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming to join us. I'm excited. I love that you are joining us. And Jess, I'm going to turn it over to you so that you can introduce Miss Kayla to our family.
All right. Well, hi Katrina. Thanks for joining us. Woo woo. Kayla is a new coach, although this is her second time being a coach. She was a discount coach before and then sort of hung out and just sort of did it. But now I think we're finally going to be a coach and try to do it. So she's hopping on and figuring out what it is that we do as coaches.
Well, awesome. Welcome, welcome. I love that you are here with us. So a couple of things that I just wanted to rewind, catch up, all the things. So I know that we're full-fledged into Team Cup and all of that kind of stuff. I know, Jess, you're rocking it. We're all trying to bust our butts, so just continue to just push through, have those conversations, do as best as you can. I know, like for Jamie, her daughter was really sick. I know, Vicky, you're swamped at the shop. Everybody has something, but if we can kind of just push through the muck and dedicate some time, even if it's 30 minutes, and just have some conversations in between the insanity. But I just wanted to remind you guys on that. Before I get into like all of the Beachbody crazy stuff and excitement and just things of what's going on for the rest of February, I should probably bring a calendar up. The rest of February and into March. March is such a wonderful month, right, Vic? March is a wonderful month. Okay. Anyway, but there's a couple things I just wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about our retreat, and I'm sure Katrina can jump in on this as well. So as you guys know, or you may not know, we were part of the Hey Girl Academy, and I think we were her second group or third group. I'm not really sure. I want to say we were her second. But after that, she decided to host a retreat, excuse me, for the entrepreneurs. I would say there was like a small group of Beachbody coaches. There were a small group of people that were just entrepreneurs, had nothing to do with Beachbody. And then there was a bunch that were coaches or are coaches, but kind of used that as a platform to segue to other things. So we were like a well-rounded group of ladies. And I'm just going to give you like a quick thing of my takeaways. And Katrina, if you want to throw yours in too, feel free. But my biggest takeaway was, and guys, just pre-warning you, we're going to be doing this at Summit because I want to do it face-to-face versus, and I told Vic this, versus doing it virtually. But we talked about the negative self-talk. And I know we all named our voices in our head. Mine is Emma. I can't remember what you said yours was, Jamie, or Vic or Jess. But mine's Emma, and she's a bitch, which we know. But what the crazy part was, and this was one of my biggest takeaways. I mean, I had a lot, but we had this this guy named Matt Yates. He was phenomenal, and he started off right out of the gate saying, write down 10 to 20 negative things that you say to yourself. Just write them down. Like, just whatever pops into your head, the negative shit that you say to yourself, just write it down. So we did, thinking nothing of it. And let me tell you, we were mean to ourselves. But then he took it a step further, and this is what we're going to do in Summit. And I know you guys are going to hate it. Katrina, horrible. Yeah. What we had to do is we had to then two at a time stand up, switch notebooks. So you literally handed the other person your notebook. And instead of the sentence, like we'll use my top one. My top one was, I am stupid. And funny enough, Katrina was my person. She then had to get in my face and say, you are stupid. So the wording was flipped. And we said it to all the things that she wrote down, I said it to her, and vice versa. Needless to say, we hear this. And you're hearing it from somebody saying this to you, things that you say to yourself, and you're like, there's no way that I would ever turn around to Vicky and say those nasty things to her. I wouldn't pick up the phone and be like, Jamie, you're X, Y, and Z. Or nor would I ever even say it to my children. Sometimes, but I wouldn't say it in a way that would be like the way that it makes us feel when we say it in our heads. So that like was a huge thing for me, that these things that I say to myself every single day, I need to stop. And that was a huge takeaway. And a lot of the other things that we talked about with our goal setting and the work that we want to do from this point forward, that's a huge piece of it. Because when you continue to allow those negative thoughts creep in, that's going to ruin you for the rest of the day. I mean, Vicky, you and I had a conversation, I think it was Friday morning. The first thing out of your mouth was, I'm stupid because of X, Y, and Z. And I was like, no. It's simple enough. Like, we have to change the way we speak to ourselves, which will inadvertently change the way that we are as women, wives, daughters, whatever those things are, that we can become better people. So that was like one of the biggest, I mean, this wasn't even business oriented. This was just a takeaway for Jody, just to be like, wow, I'm mean. And it was hard. It was hard to really realize just how nasty I was being to myself. I mean, there's a lot of different things that we talked about, a lot of crying, a lot of soul searching, goal setting, things like that. But Katrina, was there anything else that you wanted to add to any of that? And I think you're muted.
I just wanted to say that we, like you just said, about a lot of goal setting, and a lot of like, we get in our own head and we don't do things because of fear and the whole like imposter monster that's in, when we should just do the damn thing anyhow. And the people that it's meant for are the people that are going to stay and listen. And if it's not for them, then they'll weed themselves out. And I get to do the thing.
Right.
That is one of the best ones that I had, like, for a takeaway. Like, we get to do these things, or not, like, instead of just turning all the negative into a way that it's said in a positive way. That's my favorite. That's what I'm really working on myself.
Right. And and you're 100% right. And that's a good point. I totally missed that, is we get to get up and we get to work out. Mm-hmm. We get to have these calls and discuss things, throw ideas out at each other. So that's 100% right. The other thing too is we also learned that sometimes we're not good listeners or observers. So like when you're having a conversation with somebody, let them speak. Because like normally, and actually I did it with Andy when I got home. I was like talking to him about the trip. I was like going on, and he's like, but da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, hold. He's like, no, but then we kind of, if he would have stopped me, we would have gotten on a completely different topic from what I was saying, where he wouldn't have had the whole story. So one of the things that we need to work on as coaches and mentors is to listen and observe a lot more. Because I know I'm a big Badinsky. I like chime in whenever I can, but you got to step back and kind of slow your roll and listen and observe. So there's a lot more other things that I'm gonna that as we go on for the rest of the year, I'm gonna talk to you guys about, because there was another I don't even know what you call it, like formula that we're going to talk about, but I'm going to hold that one off. I also wanted to know, I posted Summer Tucker's call. Who watched it or listened to it rather? Okay, Katrina, that's your homework. And I'm going to give you a quick story about Summer Tucker. So 5 years ago, when I started, I think I listened to her one day on a wake up call, and I was driving to work, and she's talking, and I'm like loving her energy, and I'm like, yes, 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 like driving to work. I'm like, I love her energy. And my first summit, she was one of the guest speakers, and my girlfriend and I, after we watched, we went to the bathroom, and we're coming back, and she was like out in the lobby or whatever. And my girlfriend's like, go say hello. And I was like, no, 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 I'm too scared. And because to me, this is like a celebrity. Long story short, I introduced myself. We have a picture. God knows where it is. But I've always enjoyed her energy. And so when I was listening last week, like everything that she said was like, yes, yes, yes. And I wanted to touch upon this tonight because I think it's huge. And the other thing that I loved, and Vic, I think you'll attest to this too, she put everything in a baseball, softball analogy. And that's my language. Talk sports to me, I'm like right there with you. Talk math, I'm in la la land. But you put it into like a sports mindset, I'm like all on board. So my thing with her was keep it simple, people. Like we don't need to overthink it. Like if you're sitting there and you're going through something, share about it, talk about it. Don't be afraid to, because there's somebody that is watching your shit that's going to be like, oh my God, me too. Like my daughter's been sick. My daughter has walking pneumonia, or my kids are just driving me crazy, or my 16-year-old is driving me crazy and wants to drive all the time. I'm just like pulling shit out of my ass. Sorry, Vic. Or I had a slumber party with 6 teenage girls and I want to shoot myself. Okay, but I mean, but anything that or dealing with a parent with Alzheimer's, I mean, whatever our issues are, we're so afraid to share them because they're raw and they hurt us. But there are people out there that are going through the same thing, and they're so afraid to talk to somebody about it. But yet if they see your post and they're like, oh my God, like that's exactly how I'm feeling right now, I'm going to send her a message. Or if they see it and they're watching you and they're like, okay, wait, yeah, I'm going through the same thing. Or how is she able to handle X, Y, and Z? Like whatever it may be, if you're afraid to share it, that's when you need to share it the most. And we've all know that there's a way to do it eloquently and properly, rather than like, I don't want to say salesy, but you know what I mean. So that was that. But there's two things that I wanted to share with you that she shared. And one of them was the success equation. And this blew my mind. It blew my mind as an athlete, but then it also blew my mind as a parent of an athlete. It is, and I'm going to share this image. I made it. I'm going to share the image in the team page. It's C plus T plus I times B equals R. And I'll go slow. So it's consistency plus time. You guys don't have to write this down. It's going to be in the team page in about like 20 minutes. Plus intensity times B, belief, equals result. So I'm going to give we'll do my son as an analogy, right? So he is we're in between season. Oh, Jamie, look at you. He's in between season right now. So we told him that you need to lift weights to get prepared for baseball season. So consistency is on the days that he doesn't have play practice, which is right now Tuesdays and Thursdays, he comes down here and does weights. Time. The more time that he does it, the better and stronger he'll get at it. And then the intensity will show that when he goes to practice or he gets back on the field, he'll have that belief in himself that he's good. And that result is that he's strong. He'll be able to hit better, field better, and all the things. So this equation can be adapted to anybody. It could be adapted to little Miss Camilla over there. It could be adapted to us in our fitness and nutrition. It could be in our coaching business, in our leadership business. It could be in any orifice of our lives. And this to me was so simple, because I was like, wait a second. if I'm consistent, and we'll just do nutrition right now because it's crap. If I'm consistent with over time with my nutrition, I'll feel better. I'll have a better belief in myself, and then I'll get results. You just got to do it, Jody. Right? Right, Jess? No Oreos? But that was a huge takeaway. The other thing that I wanted to share with you, and Jess and Vic, you guys kind of did this in your group. I think it was either today or yesterday. I think it was yesterday, where you had to write a letter to yourself. So Summer had 2 suggestions, and I actually did both, but I'm going to share the, it's upstairs. I'll share the image that I made. So first thing is that you write a letter to yourself, not as a child, but to yourself, of everything that you have accomplished for yourself to this point. Okay? So things that you did that you are proud of yourself that you have accomplished. You write yourself that letter. And at the bottom of that letter, you say, I am a warrior. And you read that when you're doing your journaling or you're doing your affirmations or you're doing whatever your morning routine is or evening routine is, you read that letter every single day. The other thing that she suggested, which I thought was really cool, because we tend to forget about where we were before, is she has 4 squares. So the first 2 squares on top are before challenge group, after challenge group, before a team, after a team. Now, how many of you, and you can raise your hand or you can even unmute yourself. I mean, I know I'm talking a million miles a minute, but when you do the before the challenge group, do you remember what you were like before you joined a challenge group? Like, is it hard to remember what you were like? Be honest. Everybody's quiet. Jamie, I'm loving you right now. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go with me since you guys are so talkative tonight. So before challenge group, I was full of anxiety. I was uncomfortable in my skin. I would drive home from work and unbutton my pants because I couldn't breathe. I was cookies and sweets were like my comfort foods, and hibernating from the months of October to April was like my jam because it was cold. My best friend was the couch. And that was just my MO. After challenge groups, I was fully energized. I had a better relationship with my husband. I fell in love with who I am and in my skin. So like that kind of stuff was what she was talking about. And then the same thing was before team and after team. And the reason why she suggested this is because this is a good way to read every single morning so that when we're doing our posts or we're doing our stories, we can remember what we were like before that. Like we can remember who that person was, right? And it was funny. I was talking to my girlfriend, Marsha, about this specific thing. And I vividly remember my coach, who isn't my coach anymore, my first challenge group, she had a long 21-day list of all the assignments. And every morning to my old iPhone 3, whatever it was, I would run over to my phone, see what the assignment was, after my workout, see what it was, posted it because I was so excited. Like that to me is that was the catalyst because it gave me purpose. It gave me something to look forward to. So those are the things that Summer was talking about. So definitely take a look at it, listen to it. There was a lot of takeaways that I got from it, but I wanted to remind you guys about that. And then the last, and everybody please unmute, I would like to talk to you guys about, I know, and Katrina, I don't think I've told you this. So in our, we have basically 2 groups going as a team-ish, kind of, yeah. So we have one that's dedicated for the entire month. Everybody, whatever program they're doing, it's just, doesn't matter. They're in that group. And then we have a group dedicated to whatever the program is at that time. So basically it's a barbelling group and a February group is what we got going right now. But what we've been noticing is a lot of people are struggling with nutrition. So one of the things that we were discussing, and I wanted to bring it up, is to do a 2-day free group, because we have someone certified in 2B Mindset, which is Vicky, and then we have myself certified in Ultimate Portion Fix. Is do a free group for our challengers. You're 2B, or would you unmute yourself? Everybody unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted. Unmuted.
What are you?
I was on Ultimate Portion Fix, but now since I switched over, I have my Fancy Nancy certification on the wall, but it doesn't go over with the new me.
Okay, well, but you're technically certified with
I have the certificate on the wall.
But anyway,
it happened.
Because what we were thinking, and this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, is doing a 2-day free group, inviting all the ladies from our challenge group, but also opening it up to the universe to say, hey, for 2 days, we're going to talk about these 2 phenomenal nutrition plans and programs that we offer. It's all informational, come on in, check it out, that kind of thing for like new people. But for our current customers, they're struggling in the sense of what to eat, when to eat, how do I eat, blah, 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 blah. And I figured this would be a good way to kind of do like a 2-day introduction, right? So Vicky, you would, and we can kind of plan this out accordingly as to when we want to do it, but kind of do it where we would do 2B, okay, maybe like, let's say it was Monday and Tuesday, right? Sunday night, somebody goes in live and be like, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the breakdown. This is the plan, right? Then Monday would be, I'm all about the hands. So Monday would be 2B. And then Tuesday would be Ultimate Portion Fix. Excuse me. And that could be a combination of Jamie going in, Vicky going in, whomever going in, and just being like, sharing information from the back office, of course, but then also sharing results, sharing what they got out of it. And all that kind of stuff. Whereas on the Ultimate Portion Fix side, it's the same thing. It's information from the back office, takeaways, yada, 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 yada. Thoughts? Anybody?
Love it.
Okay. Can we pick a date?
Yeah. When do you want to do it?
Okay. So how about, we need some time to kind of talk about it. How about we open it before March 1st, but like March 1st would be like getting everybody finalized and in there. And it's 2 bunnies on the 2nd, UPF on the 3rd. How's that sound? Okay, Vic, how does that sound?
That should work.
Okay, Jamie?
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm writing it down. I'll put it in, I'll post it in the team page.
So 2B for haha March 2nd.
Yeah. What's haha March 2nd? I don't get it.
Because it's the second too.
Oh, perfect. You're good. Okay. Okay, so it's 3-1 start. And then 3.
Vic, we can work on all of our shit while we're away.
We can.
Yes, you can. You can work together and work on all your shit.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and Katrina, if you feel like joining us with this, and if you know that you have people that might benefit for this, feel free to add them.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. Are you certified in either one of them?
Ultimate Portion Fix.
Yes.
I want to get certified in 2B because here I'm a rule bender. Clearly, you all know this so well. And I want to be able to be like, you know what, I'm certified in this, I'm certified in this, but this is what I do. Because right now, although minus the Oreos and some other things, on a good day, I'm following the 2B mindset and I'm using the portions. Like I'm winging it.
You're double dipping.
Yes. And I think that is how I need to function, because I have to watch what I eat for me.
Right.
And if I,
But that's honestly, I think that is most people. Some
Right.
people don't like the restriction or the control factor from UPF, but some
Right.
people don't like the,
I
fly by
loved,
your seat of your pants looking at a plate. So this is
yes.
kind of a little bit of both.
I loved the Ultimate Portion Fix, where at the beginning I had a regimented thing to be like, you know what, lady, get your shit together. You have to eat this, this, and this. You gotta eat so many reds. You gotta eat. Like, I needed that. But because my stomach is so fucked up, like, I can't follow that.
Right.
And now I'm like, okay, great. Fuck all of that for right now. We're gonna do water first, veggie most. Okay, fucking great. Beautiful. I can handle that. But I'm finding out that, like, I can't always do that. Like, it's this weird pretend balance that I gotta, like, combine them, is how I've been sort of winging it.
So that could be like the third day.
Right.
Well, we
But I
should
wanna
do a
get
3 days,
like
a recap.
Right.
Yeah. So
Here's
we'll
the
do
Jess
3,
crazy
4
plan.
recap. I
But
love
I
it.
want to get officially certified into B, so that, like, I'm not a complete crazy person. Like, here's my official certification. Like, I know one. Here's the second certification. I got 2. Here's what I do. Don't listen to that and that. I just wing it.
You are batshit crazy, but that's why we love you.
That's why we get along.
Yes. Okay, so I'll do a recap when I post this video tomorrow, just to remind everybody of the dates. Also, a couple of things. You guys, I don't know if you probably all know at this point. My girlfriend and Allie, I think it's really just me, but Allie and I are running the water step challenge, which is actually not Monday. We're starting Tuesday. That's just what we do. I make everything difficult. But it's going Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so it's 4 days. And also, Allie and I are running, and I got to check in with her this week, on, lost my calendar, the 23rd, we're doing a sneak peek. So, like, this week, you'll see a lot of posts and stories talking about the sneak peek, which is happening on 2/23 is what I'm doing. Just so you know. And I think Janelle's doing one. What did I tell you, Vicki, that she was doing? Didn't I mention
Friday,
it?
I think it is.
Yes, Friday at noon.
Yeah.
So if anybody, so you have 2 choices. You can go into Janelle's big one if you have people that you want to put in there that are, like, kind of iffy and want to know more about coaching, whatever. Janelle has one going on Friday at noon, and I can get you info on that. And then I'm going to do one with Allie on the 23rd.
I like her. She's motivational. She helps me get my shit together.
Who, Janelle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's almost like Autumn for me. Like, every once in a while I'm like, all right, we got to just sit down and listen to her. I don't know what she's talking about, but we're just going to listen.
Jess, you don't listen to anyone.
I went from spiritual, booty shaking, pot smoking freaks to this. Okay, so that is the plan for the rest of, for me, for the rest of, February and the beginning of March.
Before I forget, I wanted to have shirts and stuff done by Valentine's Day, but I have our appointment, Vic, for Friday, 10 a.m. She finally got back to me.
Nice.
So if you can come with, you can come with. If not, I will go by myself. But
Vicki, was this the one that you were telling me about?
Yes.
Okay. I think Vicki was telling me about that.
So we can go, we can feel the shirts that she has, figure out what we want. My goal is to do Team Practice Makes Perfect shirts. And then I want my own shirts. And if anybody else wants stuff, we'll just create like this huge ass order, because I also have to do Creekside shirts.
Okay.
So
yeah, so if anybody has okay, just so you guys know, and Kayla, I'm already thinking that you're going to be joining us at Summit, so just when I say this, you know this. So
Jess already says I'm going.
okay, so yes. So basically, just so that you know, or you may already know, so Saturday is the big workout in the street. And I nominated Vicky and Jess to work on our team shirts because this year we want more of like that workout fabric versus the cotton. And instead of like a regular tank top, we were thinking it was more of like a, what design would you call that?
Razorback.
Like a halter
racerback
Yeah.
shirt type thing. I don't know. But we're going to go something different. And those shirts for Saturday are going to say team practice makes perfect. But if you want shirts for the workout with the master trainer that you're scheduling, and you want your own shirt for your team, or you want something else to say on it, that's what Jess was talking about. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I know like when I went last year, we bought, a bunch of us got shirts for MM100 because we were working out with Jericho, and we looked so cute. And we all had purple pants on.
Well, I'm hoping, because when I talked to her, I was like, look, I'm going to give you the heads up here. Like, I got a shit ton of shit. Like, and if this is all going to go well, like, I got a ton of stuff that I'm going to be ordering. So, like, I want you to be prepared that when we're coming in, we're going to be looking at a ton of stuff. Like, don't just be coming in and just showing me one thing here, because, like, that's not how this is going to work. And she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. Like, just for Creekside, like, I need T-shirts and sweatshirts and maybe tank tops. Like, that's just one specific order, but there's going to be 3 different designs. Then that's like a separate, okay, pause. Now I have a whole other business I run. I got a whole separate thing here. We need like a whole bunch of stuff for that too. So
Right.
I'm gonna it's gonna all be on my own account. I'm gonna pay for everything up front. So if we could get a good discount on all of the shit I'm about to buy, that'd be great.
That's awesome.
And she's like, yeah, well, how many are you gonna need? And I'm like, well, Creekside's gonna be at least 100 order, because we get like 50 just for us. Oh. I'm like, yeah, sweetheart. So like, you said you're going to give me a deal. So like, if I put it all on the same order, we're talking like more than 200 stuff here. Gonna get me like a discount, right? And she's like, yeah. I don't think she understood what I was really asking for. And then it was like, oh shit. I'm like, yeah, no, we don't do anything half-ass here. Like, you said you were in. I meant like, oh no, we got a list.
I love it.
List here.
The
Friday.
Jamie, are you gonna want a team practice? Or you gotta go? All right.
Sorry, I gotta go.
Okay. I'll fill you in later.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, ladies.
Bye. Okay. That's awesome, ladies. And I think that, so now what are you guys doing for March? You don't have a plan yet?
Not yet.
What kind of question is that? It's the middle of the month.
Oh yeah, my birthday's in a month. Sorry. Okay. So that was basically it. It was just, I wanted just to regroup and just kind of tell you guys about that trip because it was absolutely amazing. It was, it was life-changing. And I got to walk the Venice Beach and freeze my ass off when it should have been warm. And I'm telling you this right now, they made me take off my jacket to take pictures, and it was fucking cold, and I wasn't happy about it. Just saying.
And did you not come back to snow?
I did not, no. I came back to freezing rain.
Oh, okay.
And Vicky was there because I was like standing outside. I think I sent you all a picture. I was like, I'm home. Well, it's fucking cold, people. Crazy early. But in about, what did Samantha say? In about 4 weeks, we're going on the Success Club trip. Punta Cana. Very excited about that. Anyway, so I wanted to just really talk to you guys about that because I'm like super excited. I think, and Katrina, you can chime in on this one too. Since the minute that I got to LA to even today, everything has been mindset. Like I'm hearing it over and over again, and in different ways. And I guess the universe just knows that. And I know this goes for you, Katrina, goes definitely for you, Ms. Vic, and you too over there, Miss Jess. Kayla, I'm sorry, I don't know you very well yet, but I'm going to assume you need this too, that we all need to kind of rework this. Am I right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jess, are you talking to yourself negatively, and are you being nice to yourself, and you need a better mindset?
I would never do such things.
Bullshit,
Jody.
Jessica.
That's why you're
Don't lie.
journaling now, remember?
I did. Look, I did it today
Okay. All right.
with my fancy dancy card. Look, see?
Okay. All right.
Baby
How are you
steps
doing with
here,
it? I'm
people.
gonna do a check-in since we're just sitting here. You know what? All right, everybody just say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.